I just couldn't. I couldn't make up my mind on what exactly to pick.
Yeah, it's just good to. Even the Bible says we should rejoice with those that are rejoicing, and we should mourn with those that are mourning. So I actually wanted to wear something different this morning. I just said to myself,
It's a black.
"It's a black day, yeah.
It's a black
day." So I just had to brighten it up with the yellow.
A little bit of.
Yes, I just said it's a black
And
day.
our guest this morning
It's
seems to
something.
be in the same mood as well. You can observe. You guys are dressed alike.
The Lagos is not. I tell you, it's
Lagos
not.
is in mourning.
You know, like I told you this morning off set, that I just decided to blank off. I don't want to. I just blank. I just want to blank out. I don't want to think. I don't want to see. I don't want to, because it's unthinkable.
I can't fathom it. I can't think about it.
It's unthinkable. I remember so many years ago, when I lost my elder sister to a hit and run accident. I saw her just the day before, and the call came in during the night. She was gone. So I do not want to. I was in shock for 6 months. I was bedridden for 6 months because the alarm, the noise of the shock and everything. I couldn't. I just went into a relapse. So I just do know. I cannot imagine. If you have not gone through something, you will not understand.
What people are going through.
You will not understand. So it's really pathetic. And our heart goes out to all the families affected by this. It's really sad. It's really sad.
Oh, yes,
And
it is.
I think so many things just must be put in place. At times I wonder when we will get it right in this country. I wonder, will we ever get it right? That is the question.
All right. I guess this morning I did say is also dressed alike, and I know that she's also feeling the gloom, not just because she's on set with us, she's a Lagosian, but simply because she deals with children and she understands exactly what it will be like for a mother, for a community to lose a child. I'm talking about Temitope Onobi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you on the bumper breakfast this morning.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
In fact, when I heard the news yesterday afternoon, I was thinking of Sylvester's case before, so I called my team member. I sent a message to each and every one of them that we need to have a sensitization for parents by January. And on the group, somebody does send the message. There's another incident that happened at Brahma School yesterday, and I was going to check the news house. I was like, what is this again? These are school students coming back from school, their parents expecting them at home. And even there's a case that there are 3 siblings in the incident. Where will the mother? What's going on? What's her emotion right now? I couldn't comprehend it. In fact, I had to start crying yesterday. The time my children said, "Mommy, why are you crying?" I said, "These are people like you. Though it is not us, but these are families that are going through this storm right now. This pain, and I can't just comprehend it. And we need to put our systems right in Nigeria, because the news I heard was that it was the truck was being pursued by a LASMA before he ran. LASMA before he ran into the students.
In fact, the Punch newspaper was saying that they said it was FRC officials, but the FRC actually released a statement and said they were not pursuing anybody. Number one, the officials were not on any form of activities there yesterday. They were only called upon to come help with the rescue when they finished. When we got there, we had things like it was LASMA, it was this, it was that, but we shared that report. I was there to cover the story. We shared that report as we look at the papers this morning. I do agree with you that something needs to be done.
Our systems need to be right.
Oh, we need to do that.
What happened? What happened to the law we had when Fashola was the governor? When about trucks not moving during the day, trucks not driving on the bridge. On the bridge. What? Honestly,
I think at some
that's a
point
total
we do that back. We do that go back to our vomit kind of thing from time to time with governance.
I really do think that a whole lot of people do not agree with me, but I really do think that if we need a firm, government. We need a firm government. Some people will say, what are individuals doing also? Yes, but the fact is that if individuals refuse and we start from the head, something is being done. You lead by example. You are an active, head, and people can relate with it. That this is a no-nonsense man. I won't do it, and if I do not do it, then why should you?
In fact, you don't have an excuse. Let's take a look at the papers this morning. We're still going to get to that story, and we were there yesterday. We share our report with you while we're going through it. But some of the reports in the papers this morning, the Nation newspaper, outrageous truck crushes pupils to death in Lagos, conflicting casualty figures, protesters burn truck, vandalize VIO vehicles. Nation newspaper puts it at 17. I think when Yinka gets to the Punch, you see the number as well that they quoted there. Omicron, government weighs the options on ban as pressure mounts on the UK. Governors, legislators condemn inclusion on red list. 490 million Paris Club debt, order stopping deduction of states fund stays. What we discussed with Tinubu by Shekarau, and court orders reinstatement of dismissed general. Police interrogate 5 Dowen College pupils. 5 die in Kwara crash. Pastor's house burnt over missing child.
The Nigerian Tribune this morning is coming with so many stories on the front page, and I think the lead story is up to 1 million COVID-19 vaccines wasted in Nigeria last month. That's according to report. And I was wondering how it happened, and when I dug into the story, I realized that it actually expired. How that happened, I don't know. When we still say that we do not have enough. All right, the writers are COVID-19 impact to plunge 1 million more Nigerians into poverty by 2022. That's a statement by the federal government. And Delta variant, not Omicron, current main problem in Europe. WHO saying that World Health Organization Nigeria confirms 3 additional cases of Omicron variant. APC walks a tightrope as internal feud festers across states. Shekarau laments frustration in Ganduje's hands. We will intervene in Kano crisis soon. Caretaker Committee and FAO, that's the Food Agriculture Organization, federal government begin pilot implementation of $491,000 NLTP in Kaduna, Niger. Bandits kill many in Sokoto, 36 feared. Kidnapped along Kaduna-Niger border. 2 arrested with human head in Oyo. So sad. And Dowen College, Corona fixes December 15 for preliminary meeting. Police arrest 3 students. ICPC probes University of Port Harcourt 950 million naira COVID-19 intervention fund. Okay, OAU student alleged murder. Court turns down Hilton hotel founders' request for bail. And Kaduna Abuja Highway, police arrest 32 bandits, recover AK-47, 17 stolen cars. Riots in Lagos, and the picture story is there as truck plows into school children. Police say 2 killed, 12 injured. Different numbers we
That picture we saw yesterday.
I
the
understand
videos.
that some of them, like I was listening to a report this morning, and a reporter was interviewing a relative of one of the victims, and I think she said that the child survived yesterday, but
Died.
this morning she's
Passed.
gone.
The truth is, the videos, some people took their time to even video the incident and shared it. After I had done the report yesterday, and then the videos, while I was working on the editing, and then some of the videos were coming in, they are too, I think they are really too gory to put on national television. But from what was seen there yesterday, the casualties are more than two.
You see,
The survivors also, the pictures of the survivors are on the
school
front page of the papers.
is a government school, isn't
It's a
it?
government school.
So, I think I have
The second,
I've had the
it's a
opportunity
junior,
to drive past
it's
there
a junior and a senior.
when at the time they
They
closed. It's like,
It's the second time. Have you forgotten? Inga Kenny, it's the second time that incident is happening. It's the second
But
time there's an
they're moving
accident
mass.
at that particular place. It's the second time. We can't push that aside. They move en mass, they play. And so I would expect that because of such incident that happened before, the road was widened a little bit at that end. Once you're approaching grammar school, the road widens a bit. But what I'm really concerned about is the fact that I think the government got it right on roads around Ejigbo, Isolo, Festac, Agbo Palace Way. They have these really massive speed breakers. That's your axis. They have these really massive speed breakers, not the small bumps. So this really massive, wide. You just cannot afford to speed. You must slow down. And I think every road in Lagos, especially the inner roads that have schools on them, those ones with schools that have a school too, even if it's just one school, put speed breakers within a 500-meter radius, at least two within 500 meters. So once you're approaching the school, there is a speed breaker. Once you go past the school gate, there is a speed breaker. A little bit away, put another speed breaker. And then when you leave the school exit, you can do whatever you want. Because even a car could have done some damage yesterday. They have a freeway and those children play on the road. And you can never take playing on the road away from kids. You can never take it away from them.
They're having in masses, so they want to gist.
They want to gist, they're holding themselves, they're playing with each other, the boys are on the other side, they're abusing the girls on this side, it happens. The Guardian newspaper this morning, Omicron, AU governors, lawmakers call for end to travel ban stigmatization. The US urges federal government, telecom operators to prioritize security of the 5G network. Currency risk is the banner headline. Currency risk delayed counterpart fund insecurity, slow Infraco's takeoff. Despite mere 2.5 million naira license, a 20-year tenure, Dambata claims counterpart fund is too low economic viable areas based on service delivery. 90% broadband population coverage target by 2025, not realistic. Lagos fiber duct project may affect Miwan's execution in state, and challenges of Infraco's multifaceted. That's coming from Teniola. Crisis in power sector as Buhari sacks AEDC management. That's the Abuja Electric Discord about. I don't know. Lagos issues strict guidelines for social events at the Julitide. Right, that's the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, I'm correct. ECOWAS ministers propose reopening of land borders next month. And bandits invade Kaduna, Niger communities and kidnap 36 people. Dowen College, key suspects in police net as parents hold candlelight for raw money. The Punch.
Okay, the Punch this morning, federal government MDAs bar unvaccinated visitors Lagos to demand jab cards at parties. Honestly, I need to go look for my card.
You know you're looking for Momsi Zone 2.
Both of them.
Momsi does not go for parties.
Both of
you are
them.
the one.
Both of them will be in the same place. Once I get mine, I will.
So if you want to go for a party, you want to organize a party, you need occurred, COVID-19 vaccination.
But you see,
card.
what baffles me is why should
Who's
we,
going to demand?
why should we be forced? Why should we be cajoled? Why should we be to do the right thing?
Do you know the population of people who are going to parties versus the vaccines we have available?
But we have vaccines expired. So, okay, we do not even know the cause of the expiration.
They said it
Okay.
was expired.
Okay. Security agents reject identification cards from contractors. Others insist on vaccination cards and social gathering. Social gathering attendees must produce vaccination cards. Orders Lagos threatens prosecution. Disease Control Center dictates 3 more Omicron cases. COVID-19 variant infections rise to 6. And the mob vandalized vehicles as truck crushes 10 Lagos students. Police declare 2 dead. We have numbers here and there.
17 on the Nation, well, 10 on the Punch.
Well, Akeredolu opens 7th Ondo Cocoa Factory. Firms projects 17,000 jobs. Well, something to clap about this morning. And police arrest 2 Dowen College students. Reps want IG to take over case. But some of the papers are saying 3, some are saying 2. So I really don't know. All through the paper, all through the news yesterday, what I saw was 3. But the Punch newspaper this morning is coming up with 2. Okay. Sokoto bandits burn 10 southbound travelers to death. Uni Ilorin mourns as crash claims man, wife, children, student. Children members troop out in jubilation. Welcome pastor detained over missing child. Do you remember that story, Thomas?
Yeah, I remember.
Ikoyi building, Sanwo-Olu vows to deal with saboteurs in government, awaits panel report. Above the nameplate, we have $197 million 5G mock auction holds Friday. Okay, Friday. Rollout begins 2022 in 12 states. Southwest governors working on arms for Amotekun operatives. That's Oyo State governor talking there. And National Assembly, NGF Force, UK travel ban, demand reversal. Well, I think the United Kingdom is also thinking about something. I heard that this morning. Well, let's see how it pans out. But we cannot keep demanding while we continue. We desire to continue to be treated like babies. For crying out
We
loud.
behave like babies. We are treated like babies, and for crying out loud, we shouldn't complain. We shouldn't complain. There are so many things that we're going to be talking about as we look at the issue of bullying in schools, and then under the rider this morning of bullying in schools, we're looking at how older children develop these wicked tendencies. I will have a child psychologist in the studio this morning who will be discussing that with us. But just before we take a break and hit that conversation, let's look at the report from the streets yesterday where the accident occurred at Grammar School area of Lagos. We'll be back.
What happened here? No parents could ever imagine that a child left home this morning, heading to school, can never come back. It's quite sad that at Grammar School here tonight, we are talking about scores of children who were killed by a truck. The government has been fighting for quite a while, saying why will trucks commute within the city for quite a while? Everyone is asking questions, and I am also asking the question, how many children died? We cannot say, but what we can tell you from everything that the passers-by have told us is the fact that over 10 children died here. Many said there were even up to 20, but these children closed from school and a truck ran into them.
ilé mọ́tò yẹn bọ̀ lórí ìfúnpá gbogbo ọmọ ṣùgbọ́n àìsàn wọn láti lápá sí ilé mọ́tò tó bá mú mọ́tò kan tó bá tó wọ́n á sì sílẹ̀ wọ́n á fi sílẹ̀ ẹ wo nǹkan tí wọ́n dá sílẹ̀ ẹ wo nǹkan tí wọ́n dá sílẹ̀ ẹ wo nǹkan dá sílẹ̀ pé à ń fi àtúntò irọ́ ìjọba kọjọ kan bá rí sí ọ̀hún sí àyè especially sí àyè ìjọba kan bá rí sí kan bá rí sí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ kan bá rí sí kíákíá kan sì bá rí sí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ Because this is second time tí nǹkan yìí máa ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí rẹ̀. Àmì ìbálẹ̀ kò tó dé. This is second time tí nǹkan báyìí máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá dá mọ́tò dúró, tí mọ́tò bá dúró, ṣé wọn ò ní procedure kankan? Kọ́ lè fi mú mọ́tò yẹn tàbí kọ́ máa lé mọ́tò. Kọ́ ọ bí àìrè kọ́ jókòó lé, kọ́ jókòó sọ́fíìsì wọn, kọ́ wà lọ́fíìsì wọn, kọ́ bá ti wú wọn bí iṣẹ́ wọn tó wá ṣe lọ́fíìsì kan wá ṣe lọ́fíìsì wọn. But the Bible says that we are at the end time. A lot of things are happening, more especially in this December time. Motorists, Okadas, Koroki, and the other, what do you call it, let them be careful. We know that they are looking for money, but life is more important than money. Everything is not money. At the end of the day, many of them will go home with a cover. It's nothing. After much struggling, they will
by older boys from the school and even area boys joined to chase down the truck, apprehended him somewhere around Abuja, ensure that they apprehended the driver, and then vandalized as many trucks as possible that passed by between Abuja and Berger today. It's a sad day for us in Lagos. It's the 7th of December 2021, and again we are weeping. Lagos is weeping. The Lagos State government has confirmed that children died, but they'll be filling in the gap for us and telling us exactly how many children died at this spot, Grammar School, Lagos, today. I am Tomi Singh Ojo, reporting for MITV News.
Welcome back to the Bumper Breakfast. We had to take that report and discuss exactly what happened yesterday. Now, the interesting part about this issue is the fact that a couple of days ago, about 8 kids were found dead in a vehicle, in an abandoned vehicle in Badagry. And just as we were talking about that, Sylvester Oromoni's death came up as well. And then yesterday, Lagos went into mourning. More kids. What do you think can be done?
It's disheartening, and